wants to throw it to Sewell. He caught it. He Sewell on first down. Oh, yes. The big man dives down the 31-yard line. Oh, that is beautiful. Fields looking, pressured, hit from behind, taken down. Aiden Hutchinson got him.
No respect.
So, we look like we're ready. This is day one.
No respect.
Well, Lions fans, the Detroit Lions just scored on 2nd and 5 to make the score 12-10. That's right. We're coming up live here on the Detroit Lions, Rocked On Detroit Lions halftime show. We're going to give you guys some quick updates and talk about what we've seen so far in the first half. I got to say, I got mixed energy about this game. There's a lot of things going on in the beginning that we're making us all a little bit nervous. I think the Lions offense is starting to roll. Ben Johnson is starting to get a little bit more creative, and we'll see just how creative they get in the second half. We get the ball back here in the third quarter. 26 seconds left to go in the first half, and then we're going to be back for the halftime update show. All right, well, if you guys are just joining us right now, we've got about 26 seconds left in the second quarter, and then as soon as the second quarter ends, we will go live with the first half update, Rocked On Detroit Lions halftime show, and I'll be kind of in and out here over the next few minutes while they end the first half and get ready for the show. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Sunday. Lions are cardiac cats once again today. Looks like I just had a few people jump in. Welcome to the halftime show. I'll be going live here in just a few moments once the halftime actually starts, which I'm assuming is going to start right after this kickoff. They'll probably just let the clock run out on their first play. I can't imagine that the Bears are going to try to score, but you never know. They've had some decent success today at times with some broken plays. All right, 26 seconds. Bears are taking over 1st and 10. So how's everybody doing today? I probably won't be able to get to the chat much. This is just a quick halftime update, but if I do get to the chat, I'll be more than happy to bring a few of you guys in. Don't forget, after the game today at 5 p.m., we do the post-game wrap-up show, and we've got a lot to talk about already. A lot going on in this game that has us nervous. But the Lions are battling back. Fields rolls out. Fields throws a long bomb, and it is dropped. Man, Fields almost got crushed again. Looks like Jerry Jacobs is back in the game. Once again, his man is nearly open for what would have been another 30-plus yard completion on Jacobs. I mean, when are they just going to keep him out? All right, we've got about 15 seconds left, 20 seconds left. Sorry, and then we'll be going live. Hope everyone's doing well today. Fields drops back, getting pressure, gets sacked, and he is dropped, but looks by Kaminsky. I want to say that's the 3rd sack of the game for the Lions. Let's take a look here. That should be registered as the 3rd sack, 3rd TFL for the Lions today. I thought Kaminsky's first drop of Fields earlier in the game was a sack, but I guess he just got back to the line of scrimmage. All right, looks like they're going to halftime, so we're going to get rolling here. Lions currently up in this game, 13-10. They got down quickly. Did not look good right off the get-go. Fields was able to run everywhere, whatever he wanted to, and then started completing passes. So Bears first drive, what I saw was the Lions were leaving the entire middle of the defense wide open again. They were pressing Fields. They were collapsing the pocket around Fields, but he was able to squirt up the middle just about every single play. And this is what's happened to the Lions the last three seasons against Fields, or at least the last 2 seasons. Seems like every time Fields is in the game, he's able to run on us, and the Lions are not able to stop it. As I mentioned in the pregame show, I felt that the Lions would be able to get some good pressure, but I've also felt like if you can't get home with the front four, why rush them, right? I mean, you might as well rush with some DBs, and they had some success with that later on. So Bears first drive, Lions are leaving the entire middle of the defense open. Obviously went to Fields right away and got up on a 7-0. Lions get on their first drive, and look, they weren't having success early at all. And I felt in the pregame show that if they put Monty in and start with Monty, they'll have more success in the beginning of this game because he's just quicker. And what he presents in that outside run game, Monty just doesn't do. And because the Lions are a little bit thin at the offensive line, I thought if they ran left, they would have more success with Monty, but not so much running right if Sorsdahl was in. But they finally put Gibbs in, and instead of Monty, he broke one for 39 yards. Huge play. And then what happened next, I think, has us all a little dumbfounded. The Lions saw 25 seconds on the clock, 25 seconds on the play clock, and they don't snap the ball. Kind of just a dumb, boneheaded move. Campbell was clearly hot on the sideline. Not happy that Ben Johnson didn't get the playoff. So the Lions dropped back to 1st and 15. And right away, Taylor Decker was getting beat. Montez Sweat was getting off the edge quite quickly and getting pressure up in front of Goff's face. So he wasn't able to get the pass off. But then he did throw a tight pass play on the next play. Finally, on 3rd and down, they sent Gibbs in motion on the quick hitch play, which, again, I called in the pregame show. The Lions, when they run this hitch play, which you got a stationary wide receiver out to the right or to the left in some sort of a bunch formation, we have not done well with it all season. I think we maybe have had one for more than 5 or 6 yards. But what do they do this time? In the pregame show, I said, put the guy in motion. Put him in motion, get him moving. You'll have more success. Gibbs dropped it. That ball was going to the house. If he doesn't drop that pass, Lions tie up the ball game, but instead we have to punt. But it wasn't just a normal punt. It was another punt interception is what I call it, a throw for an interception. It didn't make sense to punt the ball. If it goes into the end zone or in the end zone, then the Bears are just going to take over with a net gain of 20 yards. So it made more sense for them to try to go for it. If you throw the pick, whatever. If nobody's open, you'll often see quarterbacks throw the pick. Now, I'm not taking all the blame off of Goff, but it just appeared that like Laporta didn't turn around on this play. Goff threw it into a spot where he thought Laporta was going to be. But I also saw J-Mo breaking over the top into the end zone. Goff must have not have felt comfortable making that pass. But then again, if you're going to throw an interception on what should have been a punt and not give up, major yardage and let them take over on the other side of the field, you got to take the shot. So just a bad, all around bad second drive. My notes on this is, Ben Johnson finally goes to Gibbs in place of Monty, which is what I said in the pregame show would work well in the beginning of the game. Decker's allowing too much pressure to Sweat. Too many drops on key plays. Gibbs could have scored. Ref screwed us on the play clock, but then again, Ben Johnson kind of screwed us too. They've got to pay more attention to that. And I guess the only reason why I say the ref screwed us is, come on, the Packers threw the ball for 50 yards, 3 seconds after triple zeros. We couldn't get a quarter of a second leeway? I guess not. Some things that work for other teams apparently don't work for the Lions still. But the Lions need to play to win, not worry about the clock. Goff's interception was just as good as a punt. Doesn't make it any better in the stat line, but it is what it is. Bears third drive. Cole Kmet cannot get open like this. Again, we're seeing players get open on our Lions DBs time and time again. And it's not like they're little chunk plays that they're getting open for, which you're going to expect. I mean, these are NFL players. These are big chunk plays. We're talking 20, 30, 40 yards that the Lions DBs are consistently giving up. When are they going to fix it? I know this is Dre Bly's first season at the professional ranks of being a DB coach. And I do realize that we still have Jerry Jacobs on this team who was a liability, played well, and now he's back to being a liability. And he had one good play there in the last drive against the Bears. He's all over the map. We need consistency, not flash plays, but consistency. So I feel like we've got a personnel issue. At the same time, this is a coaching issue. Dre Bly's got to get these guys into a position. Like if you can't play man on man, you've got to play zone. If you want Sutton to play man on man, great. Put the rest of the guys in zone because they're not able to stick to their guys. And they've proven that to us all season long. So Cole Kmet gets open. Just another blown assignment. And then we come up with a nice stop on the 4th down. But the Lions are putting themselves in bad spots far too often. And we get a couple of lucky breaks. But yet again, the Lions brought in more DBs on that 4th down stop, right? Bring them into the box, which is exactly, again, what I'd asked for, what I saw would work against the Bears in the pregame show. And guess what? It worked. I want to say Ife Melifanu was the one that made the stop there. Lions 3rd drive. Lions switch it up. They put Monty in. It's kind of like that 1-2 punch, right? You're throwing the fastball and then you throw it with a curveball. So Monty's kind of the curveball, a little bit slower, but man, is he shifty. He gets a 1st down or right away on the zone read run on the outside of Decker. And on 2nd down, he had a nice 7-yard run for another 1st down. And then immediately Goff gets pressure by Sweat. He was uncovered, unblocked. I don't understand this. Penei Sewell did not block him at all. I can't imagine that that's a design play. You don't let one of the best defensive edge rushers free at any point in time. So there was no chip on the backside, and Goff almost got completely murdered. Thankfully, he didn't. And then in the following play to that, ensuing that, the Lions got cute, real cute. They put Sewell out in a bunch formation. We love to see that kind of stuff, but is this the right time? Is that the right time to get cute when you're down in a ball game? Not many things are working right for you. You got a few flash plays, and now you put Sewell out on a bunch formation for what? Again, another hitch play. Another hitch play that doesn't work. It goes to St. Brown. They get a couple of yards. If you would have brought Brown in motion and he get his feet moving, or better yet, J-Mo in motion with all of his speed, those hitch plays are going to go the distance. And we're seeing it. It's starting to work, but they kind of go back and forth on, which way, they want to use the hitch. So Lions got cute with it. Didn't work. Then we had a nice pass by Goff, threading the needle, man. People call Goff out and say he throws wobbly balls. Then you have some people say he throws too many interceptions. It makes bad decisions. He's been threading the ball today in very tight windows in double coverage to Laporta, to St. Brown, to DPJ. And this one worked for 17 yards on the first down. And then J-Mo gets his end around for 4 yards. This one didn't work so well. But Williams hit his head pretty hard on the ground. I got a little worried. And for me, I don't want to see J-Mo take those kind of hits. I just feel like it's too much of a liability for the Lions to let that happen. But J-Mo's got to learn how to fall down, get out of bounds, do something. But he fell pretty hard on the back of his head. And I've seen him back in the game since, so I don't think there's any worry about a concussion. Finally, we get to see the pitch pass to St. Brown. Again, I called for that in the pregame. We haven't seen that pitch pass to St. Brown all season. At least I haven't. Maybe you guys have, but I have not seen it. So nice play call on the outside pitch next to Gibbs. Again, called that in the pregame show. I'm not trying to toot my own horn today. I'm just letting you guys know that the analysis was right. It was working. And they're finally finding the things that are working. And that's why the Lions are having some success right now. Bears 4th drive. Kaminsky, the dog, gets in, makes a nice play on Fields for the TFL. Immediately next play, Hutch gets on a sack on the next play, right? The DBs are starting to hold tighter coverage. I don't know why, but Fields is holding the ball. And then the next play after that, Hutch gets a pressure on Fields and causes a bad throw. Lions get the big stop. This has been a nice turnaround in today's game. Hutch, I was watching Lions Syndicate show this morning or this afternoon, and I said, he's got to get angry. He's got to take this game over. He's finally affecting the game for negative plays and game-changing plays. Keep rolling with it. Hutch, get pissed, get in there, and do something about it. We need someone to step up. And what I will tell you is from the outset of this game, one of the nicest things that we've seen so far come out of Aleem McNeil being out is the front four have done an excellent job at getting pressure. Buggs and Martin, both of those guys got immediate pressure and clogged up the middle of that lane. What's happening, though, is when the edges collapse, that's where Fields is finding his hole. Those guys are too big, too slow to work laterally to close up a hole. So my suggestion has always been, if you're going to do that and bring the guys and they're not able to get home right away, who's going to spy Fields? Who's going to make sure that he can't squirt out of the middle? If we just had one more DB up in the box that stayed home to watch Fields, none of those plays happen. That also leaves somebody open downfield, right? Or you don't have your roving safety, able to cover over top of Sutton or Jacobs. To me, I would give that up. Put it on Fields' arm and send your DB in there to get the big play and to get the big stop. We could have a bunch of sacks right now. We really could. Lions' fourth drive. Gibbs is special fast. This is the first note I made. That jump cut that he did, he got stopped right there behind the line. He jump cut to the right, took it outside, and gained 4 yards. That's special. Reminds me of somebody, but I'm not going to put him in that category just yet. He's just a special character. I'm so happy we got Gibbs and the way that he's running the ball. He's just exciting. He's electric to watch, and one of the most humble, smiley guys you'll ever see in a locker room. But then next, it's like, why are we throwing the ball short of the line? I believe it was a pass to Laporta that they threw it short. Or no, it was Brock Wright. They threw the ball short. He bobbled it. That was almost a bad play for the Lions. I mean, I get it. You got a few yards out of it, but why are they not running to the line again on second down? We need to eliminate third down. Get the first down on first or second and keep sprinting forward. Eliminate the third down because, if we don't get it on third, we're going for it on fourth. So another huge pass to Laporta. Post that. Porta is getting double coverage over the middle all day, and he's making some big plays. And this fourth drive, Gibbs again turns, a no gain, into a tough run for a gain of 4. 2nd and 6. Man, if Monty doesn't get touched by Sweat, he grabbed him just on his shoulder pad there. He's probably taking that another 12 or 14 yards. 3rd and 3. Gibbs pick up the first down, short run, but he picks up the first down. And then Laporta in the backfield, taking over for Cabinda, which I've always said is a wasted position to have a fullback. Put your tight ends back there. Put another lineman back there. Don't get rid of that, opportunity to bring in another player to add to the roster. And a fullback does that. It limits you. And I get it. He's a special teamer, but we got other guys that can play defense too. But Laporta runs for 5 yards. I mean, the guy's doing it all. But like I've always said, fullback, useless position. Glad to see that they're using Laporta in yet another way to find success. But again, they run that hitch play and it never works. And it barely did for another first down. 2nd and 5. Reynolds takes it to the house. Touchdown. Lions go up 13-10. I'm going to recap box score real quick, and then I'm going to jump into a few of your chat messages. So right now, Jared Goff is 12 of 16, 93 yards. Very, very, very short average today, 5.8. So he's about 2.5 yards short of his average. 1 TD, 1 interception, 83.6 rating. So not his best outing so far, but the story of the day is Jahmyr Gibbs, 7 runs, 65 yards, 9.3 average. Every time this guy touches the ball, he's got a 7+ yard average in every game. And then they turn to Monty. And I hope that doesn't happen today. He's having the success. Monty's having success too at 5.5 yards a clip. Looks like the game is getting rolling again right now. Jamison Williams got 1 for 4. Laporta, 1 for 4 on his carry. Sam Laporta, leading receiver right now, 2 for 23. Amon-Ra right behind him at 3 for 21. Donovan Peoples-Jones has got 1 for 17. Khalif Raymond's in the action, 2 for 10. Josh Reynolds has 1 for 8 and a touchdown. So you look at, what's going on in the receiving end of this. Goff is spreading the ball around. He's doing a great job. On the defensive side, real quick here, Lions got 3 sacks, 3 TFLs. Leading tackler is Kaminsky and Kirby Joseph with Jack Campbell right behind him. And that's all for today's halftime show. Go One Pride, go Detroit Lions. I apologize I couldn't get to your messages, but we'll see y'all after the game. Take care. Bye-bye.
Wants to throw it to Short. He caught it. He scored a first down. Oh, yes. The big man dives down the 31-yard line. Oh, that is beautiful. Fields looking pressured, hit from behind, taken down. Aiden Hutchinson got him.
No respect.
So, you know, we look like we're ready. This is day one.